Well, I'd like to thank you for one thing. You know the last video we did and we put out?
Yeah.
I got a deal off of that one.
No way.
Specifically. Someone that followed you, then I ended up buying a house from a wholesaler.
That's crazy. So my name is Stefanie Kebede. I'm a real estate agent as well as investor out in Harrisburg, PA. I started my company, Stefanie Buys Houses, in February of this year, and just been growing. I have my partner, Skylar Plott, and we just been hustling, trying to do creative finance deals, wholesale deals, you name it, we're trying to do it, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah, whatever deal comes our way, we're just trying to make it work, you know, whether that's a novation, seller financing subject to, and really trying to build up the cash right now to be able to get multifamily properties.
I can help you with multifamily.
Oh, I know. I saw you were looking at that tent. What was it? 110 unit?
110 unit yesterday, yeah.
How did that go?
I like it.
You gonna get it?
We're getting the he wouldn't give us the financials. So we learned a little bit yesterday about acquisitions of multifamily.
Yeah.
My acquisitions guy Joe, that's my guy.
Yeah.
He's been talking to people, and sometimes people won't give us numbers. They won't give us they won't give us any information.
Yeah.
So finally, Joe and I were talking. We're like, well, let's just go visit some of these guys.
Right.
Well, we were out there. We met with the guy. We had a great day with the guy. And at the end of it, we were serious. We're interested.
Yeah.
He said, well, then I'll send you the numbers. And he sent it to us last night.
Okay.
So just because someone isn't sending you numbers doesn't necessarily mean they're not serious. They want to know you're serious.
Right, right.
So the way they knew we were serious is we drove out there.
How far was it?
5 hours.
Jeez. Not with the Tesla?
I did not take the Tesla experiment's about over.
Oh, okay. You don't have it anymore?
I have it right now, but I bought 2 Dodge trucks, and my wife's going to drive a Dodge truck. I'm going to drive one, and so is my brother. So we're done with Teslas.
Are you done with like sports cars too?
No. I'm going to buy one. Once my assisted living gets up and running, we'll be back at it.
What's the next one? Or is that a surprise?
No, I don't know. The problem is I drive too fast with those cars, so I don't think it's a good idea.
I think you should get a McLaren.
Nah,
That'd
I don't
be
like
pretty
them.
crazy.
I do not like them. I like the Lamborghini better.
Yeah.
My goal board has Lamborghini on it, so eventually I'll get one.
Yeah.
And then I'll flip it and sell it.
That's gonna be nice.
But
that's the goal.
So have you? Do you have any projects you're working on right now?
What I was telling him about that novation. So the appraisal came in at value, so we're good at that. I
saw that on your Facebook page.
Yeah, so that's exciting. We close October 3rd. Now I just have to get a roofer to come out there just to make sure, just to check off that the roof is good for 2 years.
You need a roof cert.
Yeah. Basically. So that's easy. I just have to find someone, get a referral from that. But other than that, I think our deal flow has been a bit down because of the place I've been targeting, the zip codes I was targeting. So now we're just switching up everything with that. Literally right before I came here, I pulled a new list, and I'll start calling that probably later today, and then have my VA start sending texts out.
Awesome. You make calls too, right? You're not afraid to do that.
No, I'll go for it.
I was making some calls the other day myself too. So I think there's a lot of people doing the business. So I think there's a lot of competition, and I think the market hasn't come down in our area a whole lot yet. So it's still very strong.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I get people that are like, you're the 1,000th call, but I just kind of blow past that. And it's a lot of wholesalers that call that don't have different tools in their tool belt. So, if they want market value, I can offer them market value. Just got to see what the condition is like and everything like that. But just take it as a seller finance perspective or subject to if they didn't pay their mortgage fully. So just having those different avenues just helps you stand out, to the sellers from all these wholesalers.
I've done some subject twos. The first subject two I did wrong. I never really transferred. I didn't do it right.
You weren't paying the mortgage?
No, I paid the mortgage, but I never really transferred the deed. I did everything except for that. So I didn't, some people don't know exactly what a subject two is exactly.
Yeah, and I'm still learning.
So what do you think it is? Or do you want me to tell you what I think it is?
So what I think it is where we would pay for the mortgage. We would take over the mortgage, and I guess you now saying the deed would come into our name. but they would still be on title.
So tell me.
Right?
So let's step through the process. Here's the way that I believe that you do it. So first of all, you have to do like a deed. You have to do like a deed in trust and put it in. You have to put it in my name.
Yeah.
So you actually do transfer the deed. You get title. I get title insurance.
Right.
Did you know that?
No,
I didn't. The correct way. So if I'm buying, so you have a house, you have a mortgage, and the mortgage is in your name.
Yeah.
You and I have a contract for me to buy the house subject to. So I'm buying it subject to your mortgage.
Right. Right.
So we do like a deed in trust to myself.
Okay.
I get title insurance, so I pay an attorney to do title insurance, and then we actually do this. So I have to pay both sides of the transfer tax also.
Okay.
So then that's a true subject to, but I never did the transfer. I just took over the mortgage.
Oh, and I guess the insurance, just in case like anything were to pop up, I guess with like the judgments or any liens.
Insurance would only be on the property, not the title insurance is to make sure you get cleared. So make sure I
it's all
get clear
good.
title. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense.
But yeah, so you need to do title insurance. You
Yeah.
need to pay transfer tax. So there's a fair amount of cost that goes with that.
Right. Right.
Now, there's other options you can do. Like we've taken a subject to and resold it to someone else and
Like
taken
a wholesale.
Seller financing to someone else.
Oh.
And we've
okay.
taken $5,000 down or $7,000 down.
Yeah.
We take that money and use it to pay all these fees that we just talked about. So then I just now make a difference monthly.
Oh, okay.
Because I can do a little high, like let's say they're at a 3% interest rate on their mortgage.
Yeah.
30-year mortgage, and they're already 5 years in, so there's only 25 years left.
Right.
And then I'm doing a 30-year mortgage at a higher price, so I might be buying it for 85, and I'm still selling it to them for like 115.
Oh, so are you getting like a monthly wholesale fee basically? Oh, okay. It's like I like the creative side of real estate because there's so many different avenues that you can take. And I was doing a cold call yesterday. The guy was like, literally, he was like, "You're the fifth person that called me," and he was like, "I don't want to." He was just cussing a little bit, and I don't want you to waste my time and stuff like that. And I told him, I was like, "I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. I want to, be able to make this work." And he's like, "I know if you give me a cash offer, it's just going to be $240, which the house is probably worth around $280 or so, $300. And I was like, there's different options we can do to help get you closer to that number. Like you said, if we were to do a cash offer, we'd probably be lower in that 240 mark. But, this other option we can do is seller financing and then subject to. And it turned out he had a mortgage, so it would be subject to. But just with him explaining it more, I was like, we could do seller financing on top of the subject to and give him like a monthly payment of $200 as well as then pay for his mortgage. And we're still trying to work the numbers out because I think the rental rate is, I think we could get $2,000 per month for it. And it's in Elizabethtown.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we could get $2,000. And it's looking like his mortgage payment is $1,600. So, I mean, we're cutting it close. So I'm still trying to talk it out with my mentor, see what the best bet is. But just getting like the creative.
So you wouldn't do subject to in that case, would you?
Well, we would have to since he has the
yeah,
mortgage.
okay.
So that was the only thing.
And you could always buy it on a sales agreement versus that, as long as you're making sure the payments are getting paid directly to the bank. That is another option.
Okay.
Then you don't have to do subject to, but you're safer if you do subject to, I think.
I don't know. I'm still learning.
But they can always call. You have to watch because the bank that's doing it. That's why you have to do it in a trust.
Because like they do on sell clause?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you do it in a trust, then that doesn't really spark that interest,
Okay.
And usually the bigger banks don't have any problems, but if you're dealing with a local bank, I've heard that local banks sometimes will call them.
Okay. Yeah.
The two that I did two of them specifically, while they really weren't great deals for those buyers back then, now looking at it 2 or 3 years, because these are 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Those are, I almost want them to give me the house back.
Yeah.
Because they have equity now in those houses.
Wow.
Or I want them to buy them and turn around. And then I also get a big chunk at the end, like 10 or 15,000 bucks.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like just with creative finance in general, and I'm just trying to dive deeper in that and learn that, as well as like dive deeper with multifamilies too. So learn the seller financing side of things and realizing that I really don't need money to get a duplex or like a fourplex. Like you could utilize other people's money to be able to do so, as long as the numbers make sense.
Yep.
You know.
I can tell you a quick story on seller financing. if you want to hear it.
Go for it.
About 7 or maybe 8, 9 years ago, there was 5 buildings downtown. It was listed, and a very influential real estate investor in this area had them, and he had them priced all at 1.15 million, which was a lot for those 5 buildings. It really, they sat on the market for 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
And the prices came down, and from the outside looking in, this guy's the guy that bought everything cheap. He never sold anything cheap because he was a very good real estate investor. And I saw him on the market for so long. They finally went off the market. So I was actually downtown eating one day and saw him out at the bar. I said, hey, I know you have those places for sale. I know they're not selling.
Yeah.
I know they came off the market. Do you want to do something? Do you want to try to do something? And he was at literally 1.15 million.
Wow.
And so I didn't think I would ever get a deal from him.
Yeah.
So I went and talked to him. And I said, I came up with like 925. I said, I figured out, I mapped a way out I could do 925 for these 5 buildings.
Mm-hmm. And how many units in total?
There's 5 buildings. There's
Yeah.
5 storefronts that were all vacant.
Okay.
Pretty much, because he never put money into the vacancies of the storefronts.
Yeah.
And then he had let's just call it 25 rentals in those, and lots of parking and deferred maintenance on the roofs and deferred maintenance on the fronts of the building. And after talking to him, first of all, I didn't think he would make a deal with me. And finally he said, yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, wow.
I said, well, then here's how I have to do it. So there's 5 buildings. One of the buildings I went and got a bank loan on.
Okay.
And we structured it that we put values on all 5 buildings just randomly. And I went and got a bank loan on that one. And that one bank loan, I had to bring 20%. It was like, let's call it $300,000. It appraised at $350,000.
Okay.
I had to bring 20%, like $50,000 to closing.
Yeah.
And on that one building. And then the other part of that is, since it appraised $50,000 higher, the bank gave me a $50,000 line of credit.
Oh, okay.
And then the other 4 buildings, since they were all deeded separately, but this was one total agreement him and I had, is I had private financing on each one of the deals from different people.
So
Like 150 from this person, 200 from this person, and 200. Like I just spread it out over 5 buildings.
So you didn't.
I bought $925,000 worth of buildings.
Yeah.
And I had to bring $50,000 to closing. But then I got a $50,000 line of credit.
Oh, so you came in with nothing.
Essentially.
Yeah.
I didn't use the line for my down money. I left my $50,000 in it. Now I did pour money into it the next few years.
Right.
Which I never really added up.
But still, it's crazy. Like, it blows my mind. I'm reading Multifamily Millionaire.
Yeah.
And as I'm going through that, I'm seeing, like, the different ways, like, you can make deals work, and learning about cap rate and the capital CapEx, and, just all these different things. And I was like, it just opens up my mind, because I never read. I really don't. So once I got Audible and started listening while I read, that, was a complete game changer for me. And now I'm like on it. Now I'm like trying to analyze deals and, try to just learn the process of everything.
The other 4 buildings, we have since refied out onto 20-year mortgages with $0.
So what are you guys doing do you still have them now?
I have all 5 of those buildings.
Oh, wow.
I should sell them.
What's the storefronts?
All rented.
I
injected cash into each one to get them ready. Like, I won't let something sit. I'll fix it up and then rent it out. But ironically, right now, all of them are fixed up really nice. I don't know. There's like an eyeglass store. There's a soap store.
Oh,
there's a Indian restaurant in one of them, and I don't know what's in the 5th one.
And are those triple net leases?
No.
Okay.
Barbershop, GQ barbershops downtown.
Oh, okay, cool.
So they're not triple net. They're only I only get like $800 or $1,000 a month rent for each one of them. It's really just to keep them full.
Gotcha.
But when I bought them, I budgeted that I don't make any money on those.
So is this just to help with taxes then? Mm-hmm. Okay.
But we've since made them cash flow, and I don't know if I make a ton on them right now, but I can guarantee you if I sold them, that's where I would make my money.
Yeah.
I've noticed that on owning lots of singles and single family type houses, you don't necessarily make huge cash flow during operation, especially if you have a full staff, because we have property management, we have the workers doing all the work.
Right.
And that takes up a lot of money. So a lot of times I don't make huge amounts of money until we sell them.
It. Gotcha.
And I have sold a few, so
I know the market. What's your thoughts on the market?
I keep waiting for the market to go down.
Yeah.
It's going down in San Diego. It's going. I've heard it's down 15 or 20%.
Wow.
And I'm hearing it's going down in Phoenix some, but here in Central PA, I'm not seeing. Maybe there's a little dip, but it's not.
I think I saw there was an article that like Harrisburg, PA is like the top rental. Is it the top rental market or something like that?
There was something out there that said that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's insane because I saw what's his name, Grant Cardone. He posted it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was like, wow, everyone's gonna start investing over here. It's gonna be crazy.
Well, there has been a fair amount of investors, buying in Harrisburg and whatnot. So we do turnkeys in Harrisburg, and everyone that we do is sells.
Oh, okay. See, I never thought about doing turnkey, but initially, I mean, you don't even need any money for that.
What do you mean?
Like doing it turnkey, you just get.
Well, no, we buy it, we fix it up, and then we sell it to investors that want to invest, and then we manage it through our management company.
Oh, okay.
So
you win on the back end too.
Yep.
That's smart. That's really good.
I don't know if you win on property management. Property management's a lot of work with little reward, in my opinion. But
yeah. How many employees do you have with property management?
We manage all 800 of our rentals, so we probably have 8, 9, 10, 8, between 8 and 12 total employees.
Okay, and I know you're branching out. So what are you going to do? Are you going to just start hiring out there in those different locations out near Pittsburgh? Or?
In Pittsburgh, we have 2 property managers working now.
Okay.
And then our asset manager, his name is Derek. He works here. He's actually out in Pittsburgh right now.
Oh, okay.
He went there this morning, so he'll go out there. But as things run smoother and smoother out there, he'll have to go out there less.
That's good. That's good.
And if we buy more assets in that area, then we might eventually put another asset manager out there just to alleviate. And Derek can oversee an asset manager versus property manager.
That's awesome. I'm trying to get to your level.
It's baby steps,
yeah.
So it started by having the real estate team. So the thing is, I've never stopped making an income.
Yeah.
I never said, okay, I'm going to stop doing this and then just go start up something else.
Right.
It's always been in addition to what we've
just
been
building
doing.
Up. Yeah.
So that the income consistently gets better and no real major dips.
Yeah. I mean, like with us, our next step is getting a cold caller. So we have the VA for texting and doing data entry. But it's like me and Skylar, we're cold calling. I'm probably doing most of the calls. Sometimes I'll do like 700 calls in a day because I'm just like on it and I'm just in the zone of, just trying to get these deals. But sometimes I don't have that much time to be able to call in a day. So being able to set some money aside for this deal that closes October 3rd and being able to hire a cold caller and just slowly scale up.
Where are you going to hire your cold caller from?
I have a friend of mine that has a VA agency, so that, probably that, get a referral. You can do Upwork, but I don't know.
We've been doing like overseas cold callers,
yeah.
And I don't know. I hear mixed results. Some people say, hire someone from the U.S. that can work from home and do it. If you could find a cold caller that might work better, but we haven't gone that route exactly.